My first guest is, of course, the senior political reporter and anchorman for ABC News and the co-anchor of This Week with Sam Donaldson and Cokie Roberts. He also hosts his own live webcast Monday through Friday on abcnews.com. Please welcome Mr. Sam Donaldson.
I'm fine. I have a great time on this webcast. I'm having a bat.
You're having a what? You're having a
well,
what?
Everybody says they're having a ball, but if you think about it, it's the ball that gets knocked out of the park. The bat has the fun. Okay, so
you and your cool hipster lingo, Donaldson.
I go back to being a political reporter, right?
No, I want to know, because this is when I say you're doing a webcast, when you think about it, we all know this Sam Donaldson who comes to us on Sunday mornings and tells us how it is.
Yes.
This is an opportunity for you to kind of go crazy, to kind of be a new Sam Donaldson.
This is an opportunity for me to be seen by very few people. It's sort of like your show. I mean, no offense, but at the moment the technology is such.
I ate the tear.
The technology is such that if you have to come on, and you have to see real player. Then if you have a low-speed modem, I jerk a lot like this and buffer, you know, and not in the buff. But I'm having a ball because instead of.
How is your Vegas stand-up going, by the way?
Remember the last time I wanted to replace your sidekick here?
This is your big chance, you know? You could do it.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Well, I'd love to see you doing a staring contest.
Here's the thing. In Washington for 40 years, I talked to politicians, and I still like to.
Right.
But on this show, I talked to Kirsten Dunst, 18-year-old wonderful star of Virgin Suicides. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but I can figure out why they commit suicide. I mean, you'll see I failed that one.
What do you mean you failed that one? They all went well up until then.
I talked to Carson Daly.
You talked to Carson. You had an interview with Carson Daly?
MTV host Carson Daly. It's terrific.
How did that go?
Well, you know, I'm telling him I was a DJ when I was 17, and we played K-Star. And come on to my house to come on. I'm going to give you candy. Now, we knew what candy was.
Is this really happening, or is this... I'm glad, you know what, I'm so glad there are other people here seeing this. And we've got it on videotape, too. That's proof. Now they'll know I'm not crazy.
Hey, Frank said to be funny.
Yeah, this is good. You know. Well, let me hear this. Can I hear the song one more time?
I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Please, one more time?
Just play it back. You know.
One more time.
I'm a putty in your hand. Oh, yeah. Come on to my house to come on. I'm going to give you candy. Now, we knew what candy was.
You knew what
candy was.
You knew what candy was.
We all wanted a little candy, but it's a good word, right?
Right. It was a euphemism.
So I said to Carson Daly, I saw your show the other day. A guy named Limp Bizkit is playing Nookie Nookie Nookie. He said, we're just more honest. Fine, you know.
See, by the way, it's not a guy named Limp Bizkit, but it doesn't matter. Why dwell on that? It's not important.
Next, you're going to tell me that Trent Reznor is not a razor.
Hey, that was good for you.
How about Fred Durst?
You are a hipster, yes, all right. You did. High-five me, come on. Huh? Don't leave me hanging.
I can't do that.
That went well. You've been working out. Now, you're a tough interviewer. You're famous for that.
Well, I try.
You're like a
with
shark.
Politicians.
Yeah, but have you ever had someone turn the tables on you? You thought you had him, and then they turned it around on you.
Last fall, Bill Bradley came on. You know, and somebody else was accused of using cocaine when they were younger. I forget the name. What did you say the name was?
What's that?
What was the initial U, T, or something? W? Well, I don't know.
W.
Anyway.
W.
So
they said that there was allegations.
You ever use this? And he said, of course not. I used marijuana. He said once or twice. He said, what about you, Sam? What about you, Cokie? Well, I think quickly.
Well, her name's Cokie.
Hey,
thanks.
Watch out. Watch out. An attack on Cokie Roberts is an attack on me.
No, not an attack on Cokie, on the system that would slander her.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So anyway, I confessed. I said, yeah, twice I tried it.
You tried it.
Yeah, when I was in my 40s. I wish I had.
You tried marijuana twice.
Yeah, presence of mind to say, like Henry Hyde, it was a useful indiscretion, but I didn't. And I said, I tried desperately. But I.
What do you mean you tried desperately?
I inhaled, I puffed. Nothing happened.
You didn't get loose at all? You didn't?
I didn't feel a thing.
Are you sure it was marijuana?
No.
Maybe someone was having fun with you.
Right.
These are pencil shavings. This is oregano.
You think it was oregano?
I think it was oregano.
You put that in, you want to make some soup, you put oregano in the soup.
Oh, a little marijuana in there, never heard.
That's
a spicy soup.
So anyway,
let's have a cooking show. Yeah.
You want to have a Cokie show?
No, so
Cokie says, well, Senator, she said, I was pregnant during all those years. Now, Cokie Roberts has 2 beautiful children. 2. 9 months apiece, right?
Right.
All those years, right?
Right.
Afterwards, she said to me, you notice I didn't answer the question. I said, well, everybody noticed you didn't answer the question, darling.
So she's like a Rasta, pretty much, is what you're saying.
No, I don't know. George Will said, well, it's something about Falstaff, and I don't know whether he's talking about a beer or Shakespeare or what have you. George is very academic, as you know.
Yeah.
So that's the time I got to...
I'd like to see him get high, George Will. See that little bow tie spin.
What if he turned out to be a flaming liberal? He'd be against the death penalty. And,
right. When he gets a little
for
loose,
helping the downtrodden with government money or something like this.
So you tried marijuana, but you didn't like it. It didn't do anything for you.
It didn't do anything for me, And if it doesn't do anything for me, you'll keep coming back to the well. It's only when the water is sweet. I mean, if the candy is good, you keep
candy,
coming back.
Right?
Otherwise, yeah.
I want my candy. Yeah. You, of course, worked all those years at the White House.
I did.
And you were probably best known, even for always getting a question in. Even when no one else could get a question in, you were very good at just sort of nailing the president just as he walked by towards the helicopter, or getting one in, even when they said there are no questions, always Sam Donaldson.
I wouldn't say nailing. I mean, tacking up once in a while. But you don't nail a president. I mean, they're big guys. I guess my proudest moment, if you want to know about that, is in the Rose Garden, the day that the Senate acquitted President Clinton, two counts, of perjury, obstruction of justice, all that. And he came out, and we knew he wouldn't answer questions. In fact, we'd been told, the president's going to make a statement. He is not going to answer any questions. Forget it, guys. So I'm thinking, what can I ask him? So he makes a statement. He said, the Senate has spoken. It's time to get on with the business of the country. I'm going to do the people's business. Thank you very much. He turns around. Now, I know that if I say to him, you really did it, didn't you? Or confess, or something like that, nothing.
Well, so, you're a journalist. You're not supposed to do that.
All right. Some people say you should confess. And you lay it off.
Right.
Conan O'Brien says you should confess, sir. What's your response to Mr. O'Brien? I know how to do these things.
Right.
So I thought of this question, and I sang out at him and said, Mr. President, can you forgive and forget? Well, his back stiffens because how ungracious. He's won, right? If he walks off, and can you forgive,
Right, and doesn't answer that question, right.
So he spun around, he looked in the microphone,
Was he facing you when he spun around, or his back was turned? I thought he just went like, woo! I thought he went a little, had a little oregano before the meeting, I'm sorry,
You act like you think that really was pizza being delivered, Anyway. He turned around, he faced the cameras, and he said, if you want forgiveness, you have to give forgiveness. Well, I was a hero. That was a dumb question.
Right.
I mean, didn't get anything except he spoke.
Right.
So all my colleagues say, what a dumb question. Didn't get a thing. It was the lead. And,
it got in there, right.
Forgive and forget.
It got some press. Now, isn't part of your technique, before we run, I always noticed that part of your technique was, it seemed to me you would yell louder than other people.
Conan.
Mr. President!
Bad rap.
They'd be like, okay, no more, Mr. President!
I can't believe this.
Well, it's true. People are laughing, and laughter means he's got you.
I covered Jimmy Carter. Never heard me yell at
Never yelled at Jimmy Carter.
He could hear.
Right. Oh.
Never yelled at Bill Clinton. He could hear.
Right.
But President Reagan, for whom I have the highest regard and respect, could not hear.
Right.
Now, you could go, what was I going to get you? So, yeah, I would yell, not at him in a derogatory sense.
No. But you had like a megaphone.
Hello, Did you sell the arms to the Iranians?
Oh, I remember it well.
Yeah.
All right, I find you innocent.
Am I dismissed?
Yes. Well, hold on. We'll get to the plug. We got to get the plug. This week with Sam Donaldson and Cokie Roberts. Cokie is on Sunday mornings on ABC. And check out Sam's daily webcast on abcnews.com. Sam, it's always really fun.
I have a mouse pad for you, but they said not to bring it out.
Oh, really? What
I
pad?
brought one mouse pad with my name on it.
I always like free gifts, yeah.
Yeah, and I brought one for the dog, too. If the
My dog Hudson.
Just doesn't pee on the mouse pad. Because my picture is on it.
That's what a dog would do with a mouse pad. I think he's going to start moving his paw around and surfing the web. I don't think so.
Watched your show.
Yeah.
Your dog does more than that.
All right. Sam Donaldson, everybody. Thank you very much, Sam. Really fun having you on the show. Sebastian Bach is coming up. We'll be right back.